Listening to me right now, this is Real with Robo. I just saw the most disturbing video, an 8-minute video by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, of course, I used to be a WWE fan, but then again, that was back when, the WWF wrestlers had balls, not pretty little tiaras above their head. Typical left wing freaking, oh, look at me, I'm rich, you should do as I say, you should listen to everything I say. Okay, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, let me tell you something, okay? You talk about where's our leader? Our leader is on Capitol Hill, unlike your representatives, unlike your politicians, unlike California's bullshit. Okay, let's get real. California has went from being the most beautiful state in this country, because yes, I was raised there, therefore I do have a little bit of bias, to a liberal hellhole nightmare. And then liberals leave California and move out to the southern states and try to start their mess here. Okay? No. No. So don't you even fix your mouth to say all that. No. We've seen what your leaders have done to California. All right, it is a sanctuary state. San Francisco is a sanctuary city. Pelosi can't get up off her butt and out of the mirror and in her own behind for more than 10 seconds thinking about, oh, Trump did this, Trump did that, Trump did this, Trump did that. We need to impeach him, do this, do that. If Black Lives Matter so much, tell me why Maxine Waters and Pelosi don't live anywhere near their districts. But wait a minute. Your leaders, your liberal, leftist, Democratic congressional party members are all of that. So let's run down, Rock. Let's run down how your liberal and leftist leaders are all of that. Chicago. You ask him where our leader is. Where's the leader of Chicago? The mayor is sitting there allowing this mess to happen. But wait, what party is she? Democrat. Oh, what? Wait, what? What? Oh, Democrat. Okay, wait, what? And she letting it happen, and she disregarding and defunding the police in Chicago and telling everybody, no, 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 no. These are all peaceful, happy-go-lucky protests. Where are you at? Where are other superstars at? Telling the Democratic Party and your leaders to get off their butts and do something. The feds are there. The only person that could dispatch the feds is the president. That's where your leader is at. That's where your leader is at. And then you want to bring up George Floyd? Okay, let's bring up George Floyd. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that, Rock. Do you know your community is the only community in this world that uplifts and praises criminals? Now, if that were to happen to a white person, we'd be like, I guess that fool wouldn't fight with the police, would he? I guess he ain't gonna fight with the police no more, is he? And we forget all about him. You wanna know why? Because we don't applaud criminals. He was given the folded flag. His family was given the folded flag, an honor that we reserve for the most baddest of the bad. And our heroes that lay dead on the battlefield, fighting for all of us. That means you, me, every political party, every religion, every color, every race, every creed, everything, every background, everything. The rich, the poor, the everything. We give that folded flag to those heroes who die in the service of their country. not during the commission of a crime. But let's get real here, Rock. Let's get real. Since you want to bring George Floyd into it, let's get real. Number one, long before that little camera started rolling, they released some body cam footage, by the way. And in the audio, you could hear him tell the cop, I can't breathe. I have COVID-19. I can't breathe. Plus, on top of that, when you look at the autopsy, they found sickle-shaped cells in his body. That means he more likely had sickle cell anemia, which is a disease that many black people contract. What a phenomenon, your where is our leader? I'm going to show you where your leader is. And like the Marine Corps says, you know, my husband's a Marine, so I'm going to quote the Marine Corps here. If he was up your ass doing flutter kicks, you know where the fuck he at. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oops, I'm sorry. Did I go there? George Floyd then asked on body cam to be laid on the ground. The autopsy showed that it was not forceful asphyxiation that he died. Therefore, the knee on the neck killed him. Not medically sound, moron. But then you know this if you follow through with the case. But no, you just want to argue. You just want to argue. You just want to look good. You want to get the applause. You want the Brahma Bull to sit there and get the applause from the leftists. You want to be down in Hollywood. Because you know what? Real talk, you ain't got no damn balls to stand on your own. That's real. That's what's up. That's real. Also, simple fact is, he said he was claustrophobic. Now, when you add fear, any psychologist will tell you this, any one of them. When you add fear to a certain stressful situation and you already can't breathe, it's going to do a number on your heart and your breathing patterns. So not only did this man have sickle cell anemia, he was high on meth, high on fentanyl, tried to commit a crime by passing counterfeit bills. He had COVID. He had heart problems. And meth and fentanyl, I know about fentanyl because it was an option that I was given as a pain patient. And it's right along the lines with hydrocodone. If you look on the side of the bottle of hydrocodone, can cause breathing problems and breathing difficulty. So fentanyl, he was high on that. And so it could have caused his breathing problems as well. So not only are we working with sickle cell anemia, underlying heart conditions, can't breathe from COVID, can't breathe because he's high on meth and fentanyl. It was quite warm out, so that doesn't help. And then he got into a struggle with the cops. If you really want to know, Mr. Rock, you ask any cop when somebody is high on drugs or whatever, and they get arrested, that can cause a insta crash in the person's body, which could kill them. They're trained to look at these things. However, now your leaders want to defund the cops so they will not have that training, any other training, whatever training to become better cops. That's on you. Shut up. You're the one brought this up. I'm the one gonna close it down. That's real. Where is our leader? I don't know. Why don't you ask the people in Seattle and Portland who are right now having to live through 60 days plus of riots, destruction, burning down buildings, burning down businesses, beating up people, yet Black Lives Matter? What you say, Black Lives Matter, Rock? That's what we need to say? Okay, I'll say it. Black Lives Matter. Like that black cop that got murdered. Like that black 8-year-old that got murdered. Like that black 1-year-old that got murdered. You say, what now? Black Lives Matter? What now? Oh, I'm sorry, were you just running off at the mouth? Okay, yeah, just like a typical leftist. Let's get real. Okay. Where is our leader? I don't know. Why don't you ask Governor Cuomo and Mayor Dummy de Blasio over in New York? Now that crime is up 210% in their cities because they defunded the police and it's coming down the pipe. And the police can't keep up with the criminals because the governor and the mayor basically handed over the city to the criminals. But where is our leader? I don't know. Why don't you ask the feds that are in Portland, in Seattle, all over where these riots are. But wait. You know what? I know where our leader is. She's in Atlanta right now. The one that ran around with all them protesters, Mayor Bottoms, and she's got COVID now. Yeah. But it was cool. It was all cool. They destroying black businesses, destroying black neighborhoods, killing black people, up until the point where they killed an 8-year-old. Then it mattered to Mayor Bottoms. By the way, Mayor Bottoms is not a Republican. Oh. But Black Lives Matter, don't they? Yeah, they matter. Also, I want to take this time to point my viewers, my friends, to the Black Lives Matter page. What are they talking about? Rock, you think Black Lives Matter? Then you must also think that black families matter. And yet they want to take the fathers out of the home, destroy the nuclear core of the family. The black family. They want to take dads out of the home and make it to where the village raises a child. And we see what happens when a village raises a child, especially if that village is full of idiots. Like Hollywood is right now. That's a village of idiots. And you just joined in and said, guess what? Not only am I the village drunk, but I'm also the village idiot. All lives matter. Blue lives matter. Who the hell are you or anybody else to tell anybody at any time how precious any life is? If there was a killing of a little white child, their life would matter. Even though right now it's all about, police brutality. You want to know police brutality? Rock. Maybe you should ask your wife, since she runs that firm, to get a new research agent because her husband's looking really fucking retarded. And I'm going to say this right now. In Washington, since we're talking about Seattle, and where our leader is, where the feds are, that's where our leader is. Okay, but we're going to talk about Seattle, Washington. In Washington, between 2013 and 2019, 25 black people were involved in shootings with the police. That is a mess over 6 years. Really? Police brutality, though. Did you know that in the same state, Washington State, and I don't know if I said Washington, D.C., but if I did, I meant Washington State. 38 cops were killed in the line of duty in 2019 alone. I'm sorry, Dwayne. I'm sorry, Mr. Rock. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. I'm sorry, Brahma Bull. You were saying what now? Police brutality? What? Wait, no, brutality against Whom by whom? Okay, since you want to bring it into it, let's talk about the black community. The black community's greatest fear is the black community, as it is with any community. Okay? So when they bring up, black on black crime, I wave it off. I wave it off usually. Because there's white on white crime and Chinese on Chinese crime and Mexican on Mexican crime in different neighborhoods, in different communities. But if we really want to look at the stats, let's look at this, Dwayne. Let's look at this, Rock. If Black Lives Matter so much and there's a whole bunch of black on black crime and it's mostly black people as victims of these crimes, why is it? Why is it that black people are responsible for 40% of the quote-unquote nonviolent crimes, which would be like robbery without a gun, shoplifting, the nonviolent ones. And they are responsible for 50% of the nation's violent crimes. Rock, you're gonna help me. You're gonna have to help me understand this, okay? And they make up 13% of the nation's population. Black Lives Matter, though, Rock. Black Lives Matter. Then why are black people killing black people? Did you know that of the hundreds of shootings that have went on since this defund the police bullcrap that your leaders have applauded and submitted themselves to, most of the victims have been black. Don't you dare fix your mouth to say Black Lives Matter to you, because if you applaud what the left is doing right now, no lives matter to you. I don't care who is killed, what color they are. What happened to George Floyd? Yeah, it was wrong. The cop could have handled it better. However, simple fact is, it happened. A couple days of riots, that would have been fine. A couple days of protests, that would have been fine. We get your drift, but this is all going on because of the November elections. You want to know why? Because on BLM's page, if you press donate, it goes directly to the same people that handle the donations for the Democratic Party. Because the Democrats in November know they ain't got no way to win unless they do it this way. So I'm sorry, what were you saying, Rock? What were you saying, Mr. Johnson? What were you saying? Oh, okay. Okay, you weren't saying anything. Because that's what most Hollywood retards like you say. You run your mouth and say a whole lot of things that mean nothing. Where are you, Dwayne Johnson? Where are you encouraging these people to stop killing other people, robbing other people, looting stores, burning down stores that are all owned by black people? Where are you? Oh, that's right, you sitting up in your mansion. I'm sorry, you sitting up in your mansion. Well, you know what? You sitting up in your mansion with your family. BLM is their ultimate goal is to tear down your family. But you would know that, idiot, if you knew how to read. Oh, wait, you do know how to read? Well, then read me clearly on this. You're questioning where our leader is at. You need to be questioning where the hell are your leaders? Where the hell are the leftist, liberal, Democrat, crazy people that run those cities? Remember what we learned in grade school, Mr. Rock. The states are separate from the government, meaning if the states want to do something, they could do it. So it's on the mayors. And if they can't handle it, then they need to get help from the president. And the president has been there offering help. And you know what they've been telling him? No, screw you. They wanted to see these riots going on. And speaking of leaders, let's look at the DA in Atlanta. Okay, you want to know why he arrested the two officers in the Rayshard Brooks case? Oh, because police brutality. No. No. He did it because the political cycle is coming up for them, just like it is all around the country. So please, drama off. Let's get real, Mr. Rock. Why don't you read a book that is non-violent, biased? Why don't you read a newspaper that isn't written by a left-wing idiot? Why don't you watch who is in charge of the different cities and what they are doing? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that when you say defund the police, get rid of the police, and the mayor agrees and they start turning the gears on doing exactly that, the criminals will say the streets are ours. And look at all the murder rates, look at all the violence. It's all raised 200% in those cities that have agreed to that. But you claim Black Lives Matter. What about those black-owned businesses that are currently being burnt, robbed, looted, tore up, people getting beat down? Black. Why don't their lives matter? Why does a criminal's life matter over good people? That 8-year-old, that 1-year-old shouldn't have died. And they died because of Black Lives Matter. The same people you applaud. So clearly you applaud their death. But you frown and cry over a criminal's death. Let's get real here, Dwayne. Yeah, it's a time we take a stand. And when you applaud a criminal over a child, over good people, what you're saying is just running your mouth. It's lip service. How about this? How about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Go to those two parents that lost their babies. Go to that wife that lost her husband. Go to all them other people. Because they were all black and brown. Go to those businesses and tell them, hey, George Floyd, his life mattered more than your loved ones. Oh, I know your loved one obeyed the law, did really good, did all that, was a good person, was a God-fearing person. But fuck their life. Because you applaud the life of a criminal before you think. And you say Black Lives Matter? No. I'm sorry, Rock. I'm not going to go with that. I say all lives matter. I say blue lives matter. I say children's lives matter. Because you and no one else have taken the throne of God to say whose life is more precious at any time, during any circumstance. You want to get real here? Idiots like you, idiots like those mayors and those governors, and the people that are rioting and burning down houses and killing people, their lives don't matter. Because our life in society in America would be better off troglodytes like you. So where is our leader at? Where he should be. Taking care of the American people. Where are your leaders at? Doing what y'all do best. Murdering, looting, burning down, killing innocents, and then making an 8-minute video on how you think You're better than everyone else and should have a bigger voice. Because you got paid to flop around on a stage. Tell you what, Twinkle Toes. America hired you to be an entertainer. So put on your bells and tassels and do a little jig for us. Because sure enough, you don't have the brains it takes to be in politics. And you're welcome. I enjoy tearing idiot liberals like you apart on a daily basis. And that's Real with Robo. By the way, Rock, where are your leaders? Oh, that's right. They're allowing this to happen. That's Real with Robo.